Well, this is very prestigious, actually. Queen's University, Belfast.
Yeah.
Bachelor of Medicine, Bachelor of Surgery, and Bachelor of Obstetrics. Oh, there we are. So that's it was maternity was his speciality. He's got 3 degrees. That's really good.
Mm.
Wow. 11th of December, 1918. That's fascinating. So, Dad, tell me everything. When?
Well,
oh, he's going to start.
I'm afraid it was the milkman.
Well, we'll start with these then. This is wedding day, isn't it?
Certainly is. With your mother.
That's 1957.
It is.
Where was that?
That's the front of Catholic Church at Dean Road.
Dean Road, right.
Yeah.
But were you aware of Mum's family being a Catholic family? Because Mum was always a bit lapsed, wasn't she? Did you?
Well, she wasn't lapsed until she met me.
You say that to all the ladies.
Indeed,
So, what did you know of Mum's family? Did she tell you about the O'Kane sort of Irish side of the family?
Not a lot. Not a lot.
But you knew that Hilda, Mum's mum, grandma, was a widow, and Jeremiah had been the local GP. Is that right?
I knew that.
Yeah.
But he was very well thought of.
So this is Jeremiah.
Mark's maternal grandfather, Jeremiah O'Kane, died the year Mark's mother was born, so they know little about him, except that he came from the north of Ireland and moved to England to practice as a GP.
I've always thought he looks a bit like Little Titch or Grimaldi the clown.
I can see the nose.
The nose. Well, it's a fake. Did I tell you his nose has haunted me?
Yeah.
It's the O'Kane nose. So we got this photo when Auntie Sheila died, and we've never seen this before.
Yes.
But he looks like he's certainly part of the team.
Yeah.
And whether it's actually maternity, it's like call the midwife. Actually. Maybe that's what it is. Mum always used to say you should be a doctor. I said, why? What? And she said, you've got lovely hands. Yeah. Well, this is very prestigious, actually. Queen's University, Belfast.
Yeah.
Bachelor of Medicine, Bachelor of Surgery, and Bachelor of Obstetrics. Oh, there we are. So that's it was maternity was his speciality. He's got 3 degrees. That's really good.
Mm.
Wow. 11th of December, 1918. That's fascinating. So it looks like I need to head to Ireland, well, certainly to Northern Ireland, and probably to Belfast if we're going to find out a bit more about Mum's family.
His grandfather, Jeremiah O'Kane, is Mark's way-in to his Irish ancestry.
I became slightly obsessed with being a quarter Irish. It's quite a good thing to say. Not as good as half Irish, certainly not as good as Irish.
Mark's starting at Queen's University, Belfast, where Jeremiah completed his medical training in 1918. He hopes the university's archives will have records of his grandfather.
2 soups, please.
Archivist Ursula Mitchell is helping Mark.
And this is the entrance one of the entrance registers for Queen's University Belfast. It's for the year 1912, 1913, so this is the year Jeremiah O'Kane came into Queen's. There he's there, Jeremiah O'Kane.
Date of birth, religious denomination, Catholic. Parent of God and Margaret O'Kane. So he was from Derry then?
He was, yes.
To find out about earlier generations, Ursula has tracked down more family documents, including Jeremiah's birth certificate.
So, birth. This is in Garva. Father John O'Kane of Garva. Mother Margaret O'Kane, formerly Mullen. An obituary. Gosh. So this is his mother.
Yes.
Died in 1939. It was with sincere and very deep regret that her many friends learned of the death of Mrs. Margaret O'Kane, which occurred at her residence, the Commercial Hotel, Garva. A native of Glenullen, deceased was the daughter of the late Jeremiah O'Mullen, a large landowner in the district of Ashlammerduff. This sounds like it's from the Middle East. Jeremiah O'Mullen would have been a big landowner, a big Catholic landowner. Land.
Yes.
As Lex Luthor always said.
Yeah, absolutely.
People always need land.
Especially in Ireland.
Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, that's absolutely amazing.
It's lovely.
From his mother, Winnie, whose maiden name was O'Kane, Mark has now traced back 3 generations. His great-grandparents, John and Margaret O'Kane, lived in County Londonderry. And Margaret's father, Mark's great-great-grandfather, Jeremiah O'Mullen, was a landowner.
Very intriguingly, my great-great-grandfather, Jeremiah O'Mullen, had obviously some connection to quite a lot of land. So I'm heading to the Public Records Office in Belfast to find out more about him.
Mark's meeting historian Bill McAfee, who's been searching for Jeremiah O'Mullen in Irish land valuation books.
I was surprised I was able to find Jeremiah because you wouldn't have had many Catholic landowners at this time. You do have to leaf through the book. In fact, eventually you do come to a page in the 1880s where
Dennis Mullen, John Mullen.
there's a lot of Mullins.
But not, is that the same as O'Mullen, or is it?
Well, yes, it is.
Right. So here we have Jeremiah O'Mullen.
Mullen. And then it says...
That says...
It says same, which means it's Jeremiah.
Yeah.
And if we keep going, there he is again. So this is all Jeremiah.
So, right. So you're all, is it like a farm?
Oh, yeah, these are all farms, you see.
Yeah. He's the landlord.
Yeah. Yes, actually. A fairly substantial landowner.
The valuation books show that Jeremiah O'Mullen owned more than 700 acres in the 1880s. This made him one of the biggest Catholic landowners in the area.
Now, I have a surprise for you.
I'm glad. I love surprises.
Who do you think that is?
Oh, my Lord.
What's that now?
Wow. Is
friend-
that Jeremiah?
That's Jeremiah.
Oh, my.
Obviously, as a young man.
Yeah. And a looker. Look at that nose. It's been following me for centuries.
Now you know.
Wow, that's amazing.
Isn't it?
1860, 1850, something like that. It looks
Round
like
about
a
that, yeah.
cravat.
So that's him when he's a young man.
It's amazing.
There he is. As an older man. Same man, different time.
Some years later,
Yes.
he'd grown a considerable beard.
Oh, yes. That is a very good pony and trap. This is a quality horse.
Yeah.
This is a quality piece
Yes,
of
right. And
kit.
all the livery.
And all the livery's very good.
So they are aspirational people.
Oh, yes. They will drive down the road to the church on a Sunday and something like that.
Lord and Lady Muck.
Oh, yes. I suppose so.
And that's the wife,
That's Elizabeth.
Mrs. O'Mullen. Elizabeth O'Mullen. What do we know of her? Anything?
Well, she's Elizabeth O'Kane.
Is she now?
Oh, she is.
That's her maiden name.
That's her maiden name, yeah. She is an O'Kane.